In this video, I'm going to share how you can create an online course. So by the time you finish this video, you will have a step-by-step blueprint for creating your very first online course. So let's dive in. So before I break down the step-by-step process, let's talk about why you should actually have an online course. Well, online courses are actually one of my favorite business models, and the reason being is that I consider them assets. Once you create them, they can sell for you 24 hours a day, whether you are working or not. Even when you're sleeping, you can make money from an online course. When you're out at a restaurant, you can make money from an online course. Regardless of what you're doing, once it is created, that is an asset that you can make money from for years to come. Plus, selling your own courses is one of the fastest ways to earn money online. Once it's out there, you can start selling to people that have the problem that your product solves. So step number one is choosing a winning topic. This means that you want to focus on creating a course that actually has a need. You have to create a course that people are actually excited about learning about. So you got to kind of marry the two together. Are people interested in this and want to learn it? And two, can I make money with this? If you can find an amazing balance between the two, that's where you can really make a lot of money. And a lot of people make a big mistake here. They either focus all on the money aspect of it, or they focus on a topic that people are excited about, but there's no money to be made there because people aren't willing to spend money on that information. So you gotta find the good balance between the two. Step number two is what I do in every single product I create that differentiates me between a lot of product sellers. And that is coming up with your marketing angle first. Look, we talked about how important it is to make sure that you have a winning topic. If you want to make sales, you got to have a winning topic. Well, even more important than that is coming up with your sales angle. So before I ever create a product, I want to think about the marketing first. I want to think about what will get people excited to buy before I actually create the course and try to sell it. For example, if I was to create a course on weight loss, I wouldn't just go out there and say, here is a weight loss course. I would say something like, here's a 7-week system for shredding the pounds fast. Right? So immediately I've already came up with an angle that's way more appealing than just a weight loss program. Step number three, you want to map out your A to Z process. What a lot of people get wrong when it comes to creating a digital product is they kind of go in and they just kind of wing it as they go. You know, the way I like to think about it is if you were to write a book, you don't want to start at page 1 and write from page 1 to 100. You want to have an overall plan and outline before you would write the book. And it's the same with a digital product, right? If I'm going to teach people a weight loss routine, well, then I'm going to map out my A to Z system that takes them from, being overweight to getting in the best shape of their life. And I'm going to map those steps out before I ever think about creating the product. This is key to not only making your product easier to create, but creating a good product that people actually love, that is focused and helps them get results. Step number four is expand into what I call a product matrix. And you can think about this as a 10 by 10 or a 5 by 5 matrix. And here's how it works. Let's say that you have mapped out your A to Z process and it has 10 steps. Well, what you want to do is then break those 10 steps into 5 to 10 sub-steps. Right? So if you had 10 main topics and 10 sub-steps, that would be a 10 by 10 matrix. Or if you had 10 main steps and 5 sub-steps for each, that would be a 10 by 5. Or if you want to keep it really focused and have a really small online course, well, then you could do a 5 by 5, 5 main topics and 5 subtopics. By the time you finish this exercise, and it will take you some time, you will have a full outline ready to go to record your online course. Step number 5, you want to choose your course recording style. All right, so right now I'm doing what would be called a talking head video. So if you wanted to record your course just like I'm doing right now, this is a perfect example of talking head. Other ways to record it are presentation style. Okay, this is where you use a program like Keynote or PowerPoint to create slides that aid the content that you're going through, and you record a presentation going through the slides. Another popular format is over-the-shoulder screencast type recordings. And this is where you're actually on the computer and you're recording yourself doing something where people can follow along and see what you're doing. And the last type that is popular is an on-camera demonstration. So it really depends on what your product is about. For example, if I'm creating a cooking course, well, then it's probably best to do on camera where I'm actually showing people how to mix the ingredients and what they need and what to do, when to stir it, and all that kind of things. Where if I'm delivering a course about, online marketing, I could do presentation slides, or I could do over the shoulder where I'm showing people what I'm doing on the computer. Step number 6 is record your content. All right, and this is probably something that people get a little bit scared of when creating their first online course, is actually getting in front of the camera and making it happen. It's going to feel awkward the first time you do it, so just understand that going in. But the best thing that you can do is just set aside 2 to 4 hours, lock yourself in your office or your studio or wherever you're recording, and just go through it. Just push through it. Keep doing it, start to finish, okay? Go through the whole thing. Yes, it's going to feel awkward the first time. Yes, you're probably not going to nail it the first time, but you're going to get better at it, okay? And then you block aside another 2 to 4 hours and you go back and you do it even better. Now the key is you're not shooting for perfection. You're never going to get things perfect, so you're never going to be, 100% happy with any of the takes that you record. So focus on good and focus on the value in the content and not making the video 100% perfect. Step number 7, and a lot of course providers don't do this, and I think it's really important, and that is to edit your content and make it punchy. All right, we live in a fast-paced world where people are busy. They want the information that they need fast, and they want it without a lot of fluff. Well, you can do that by editing your content and only keeping in what's necessary when you edit down your videos. And ultimately, when you're done editing your videos, you want to export them into an MP4 format so that you can load them on somewhere like Vimeo or YouTube or wherever you're going to host the content for your online course. Step number 8 is creating supplementals that go along with your course. So if you can create cheat sheets or little guides or PDFs or spreadsheets or things that go with your course that are going to give it more value to your end user and help them achieve the result they're trying to achieve, then you want to add these little supplementals and things that you can add in to make your customer's life easier. And step number 9, guys, is choosing your platform. Where are you going to host your course? Are you going to host it on your website within a WordPress membership site? Are you going to use something like Kajabi or ClickFunnels or Teachable? So you got to choose a platform to deliver your online course. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are the steps you need to create and launch your first online course. And hey, if you like videos just like this, I'm doing them daily here on my channel. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.